Welcome to Door-to-Door Sales, Meat Sales 101 Part 4. This is for rookies, trainees. It's going to be basically give you sort of an edge on when you first start out in the business. Remember, the pitch is the most important part, the hook at the door. I firmly believe that 70% of the sale is made at the door. You got to qualify the customer. A lot of people, I know a lot of people out there in the business, they say, hey, listen, it's free to look. No, it's not. When you show the product and the person says, hey, listen, you said it's free to look, that's what happens. So nothing's free to look. They know that you're selling something. People hate a salesman. So what you need to do, and let me explain what I did when I was in the younger years, especially a lot of college cities or towns or states. I remember when I worked in Tennessee, I used to I went to Walmart and I bought all the Tennessee Volunteer gear. I bought the Tennessee Volunteer hat. I bought the Tennessee Volunteer socks. I bought the T-shirt. I bought the shorts. And I will go to the doors and I will knock and I would say, I apologize. Hey, listen, I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, so don't freak out. My name is Rover Brown. I'm in my second year of pre-law at University of Tennessee. Or, if you're in Louisville, you do the same thing. You either go to Walmart. If they don't have the gear, you go on campus, go to the campus bookstore and buy all that paraphernalia. You bought the Louisville Cardinal hat, you buy the shirt, you buy the shorts, you buy the socks. And you see what happens is you create trust at the doors. Plus, a lot of these states, man, they're really, really big college towns. And even just by you saying that you're going to school, and you could say you're going to pre-law or you're going to pre-med school, depending, you got to be 21, 24, 25. You got to look young. You can't be 50 years old and say you're going to pre-med school. It doesn't work out. But it works out if you're a rookie and you're between the ages of 19 and 25, you look young, you're clean cut. That's going to help you tremendously, especially the Midwest. There's a lot of states that don't have professional football teams. They don't have professional baseball teams. Point in question, Kentucky. Kentucky doesn't have nothing. All it does, it has the college football programs or the basketball programs. I remember when I used to sell in Indiana, I had 4 different outfits. I had Indiana University outfit, IU. The whole thing, hat, gear, the whole works. Or I will go to Lafayette, where Purdue University is, and I'll have the Purdue Boilermaker shirt, the hat, and I would tell them, hey, listen, man, I'm in my second year of pre-law. I work 1 day a week for my uncle's company. We had a delivery down the street. The guy lost his job. He's unemployed. The house is in foreclosure. So what we do as our protocol is we pull the order, write off 75%, and offer the boxes at his deductible. Stuff like that. There's a lot of different pitches at the door. I know a lot of these companies, they want you to sort of say the basic. I know one company, their pitch, or a couple of guys say, hey, listen, I work for X, Y, and Z company. I have 836 customers. Once I reach 1,000 customers, I get to open up my own office. I do the business the old-fashioned way, one customer at a time. Stuff like that. You can use that. Sometimes it works, but see, you got to understand that the areas nowadays, they've been approached by other trucks. They've been approached by Schwann's. They've been approached by Horizons. They've been approached by every little dink independent contractor out there that is buying cases for $50 a case, which is dog food, and selling it. So you got to be different from the rest. What I do, let's say that since I told you that my vehicles are all vans and they have digital imaging, I do a lot of freezer drops. And what I do is the freezer that I buy, I keep it in the box and I saran wrap it. Saran wrap that freezer. Just cut a hole open for the vent, and leave the top off so you can put your cases in there, and then the freezer always looks new, and it also saves on dents and bumps. Even if you have a pickup truck with the freezer in the back, if you put your keep it in the box and the saran wrap, it looks professional. It looks like you just pulled a freezer out of a house, or you're delivering a freezer and the order was charged back, or the guy got laid off, or the guy got deployed back to Afghanistan. I mean, whatever you want to use, man. If you're hooking people and saying, hey, you like steaks, I got a great deal on some steaks, that works for food stamp areas for me, because people know what you're selling. And they know that they could buy a bunch of steaks with the food stamp card, which basically is free money, but that's just my opinion, But this is basically for the rookies and trainees, You got to create excitement at the doors. You gotta individualize the customer. You wanna make sure that you come across like something different, that you're not just selling, again, like I said before, if you go out and buy all that college gear for the teams, hey, listen, sir, it's my second year of pre-law at University of Miami, and I work one day a week just so I could pay for my school, and I had a delivery, and the guy, he had a stroke. I mean, whatever you want to tell him, but the point is look the part. This job is about acting. 90% of the best salesmen in the business, I guarantee you, if they had a shot in Hollywood, they'll be better than Brad Pitt and better than Harrison Ford, because we're all actors. We're all actors. We got to create, something from nothing, Point in question, yesterday I worked, and I hit an area that was very economically depressed, and every other house was like, I have no money, I have this, I have that. So it was very frustrating, man. I mean, I'm telling you, sometimes you just gotta just break away. I have this cardinal rule when I sell, if I hit 30 minutes straight on doors and I don't get in a door, I'm gonna change streets. I'm gonna go about 3 or 4 blocks down the road. If that happens again, another 30 minutes, and I can't get in the door, that area has been beat up. And what you do is you have to go to the other side of town, or you have to go about 2 or 3 miles down the road. Because let me explain to you: if you can't get in the door, that means somebody else has banged that door. They know what the little, they know the whole spiel. I've had people tell me, oh, let me guess, you got a couple extras on the truck, some guy canceled the order, you got a great deal. They already know the pitch, So you got to individualize your pitch, the way you look. Again, clean cut, Also, what's big now with a couple of my guys is military, Everybody has a soft spot for the military. A lot of my guys go shopping and they buy army shirts and army hats, and they don't even say they're in the army. They just wear them, and people assume that either they were army or they're patriotic or whatever it means. But it opens the doors. Again, for the trainees and rookies. The most important part is make sure that your trainer does not waste your time. Don't do errands with your trainer, because I know that 50% of trainers, they're just training